Basketball is always intense, but sometimes, the fiercest battles don't come from the opposing team, they come from within. Teammates, pushed by pride, pressure, and pure emotion, have found themselves in explosive confrontations that shook locker rooms and sometimes changed careers. From Draymond Green flooring Jordan Poole at a Warriors practice, to Mason Plumlee and Bones Highland squaring up on the Clippers bench. These moments remind us just how volatile the NBA brotherhood can get when emotions boil over. Let's dive into some of the wildest and most unforgettable teammate altercations in NBA history. One of the most notorious incidents in recent NBA memory is the punch that shattered the Golden State Warriors' chemistry. Draymond Green versus Jordan Poole. It happened on October 5, 2022, during what should have been a standard practice. Green, the vocal veteran leader, punched Poole, one of the team's rising stars, right in front of teammates and coaches. The hit wasn't just physical, it symbolized a fracture in the Warriors' future, a team carefully built to transition into a new era. While practices are often filled with banter and trash talk, this went deeper. According to CBS Sports, Poole allegedly threw a dagger disguised as a joke, telling Green, "You're an expensive backpack for 30, a brutal reference to Steph Curry's jersey number, implying that Green was just a baggage carrier riding on the superstar's success. That insult cut to the heart of Draymond's identity as the team's emotional leader and defensive anchor. Despite earning over $25 million the previous season, he was being labeled a glorified role player. The punch that followed was fierce. An immediate video footage leaked by TMZ showed the 230-pound Green delivering a powerful right cross that sent Poole crashing to the ground. Some believed Poole may have even lost consciousness briefly, though he astonishingly finished practice either out of toughness or pure adrenaline. It was a turning point for the Warriors, one that many argue marked the beginning of the end for their dynasty. Another fiery moment unfolded between Minnesota Timberwolves players Rudy Gobert and Kyle Anderson. On April 9, 2023, a critical night for Minnesota as they fought for a spot in the Western Conference play-in tournament, emotions spilled over on the bench. The Wolves were facing the New Orleans Pelicans, and during a timeout, a heated exchange over defensive rotations turned physical. After some tense words, Anderson told Gobert to shut the F*** up, and Gobert, possibly irritated by ongoing back pain, retaliated by punching Anderson in the chest. The punch wasn't just a spur-of-a-moment decision, it was the result of long-building tension in a season full of pressure. Making things worse, Jaden McDaniels fractured his hand earlier in the same game by punching a wall. President Tim Connolly quickly addressed the incident, saying, "We made the decision to send Rudy Gobert home after the incident in the second quarter. His behavior on the bench was unacceptable, and we will handle the situation internally." Gobert was subsequently suspended for the team's play-in matchup against the Lakers, a game they narrowly lost 108-102 in overtime. Yet what followed revealed a mature response from both parties. Gobert publicly apologized on Twitter, writing, "Emotions got the best of me today. I should not have reacted the way I did, regardless of what was said." He added, "I want to apologize to the fans, the organization, and particularly to Kyle, who is someone that I truly love and respect as a teammate." Anderson echoed that sentiment in an interview with Yahoo Sports, saying, "We definitely hashed it out. That happens all the time in sports. We're grown men. We're able to put it behind us." Despite the dramatic scene, their professionalism helped restore balance, and both players went on to continue performing at a high level. But no fight in NBA history has been more dangerous or more infamous than what happened between Gilbert Arenas and Javaris. This wasn't just a physical altercation. It involved guns, threats, and life-changing consequences. The drama began with a high-stakes card game called Burr on a team flight for the Washington Wizards. Tensions flared when Crittenton lost a hand to Yavel McGee and became the target of Arenas' relentless trash talk. Arenas reportedly crossed the line, threatening to burn Crittenton's car with him in it. In response, Crittenton threatened to shoot Arenas in his already injured knees. What started as banter had turned into a serious and dangerous grudge. Days later, on December 21, 2009, Arenas took the feud to a whole new level. He brought 4 unloaded guns into the Wizards' locker room and laid them in front of Crittenton's stall with a note that read, "Pick one." He taunted Crittenton, daring him to shoot. What Arenas may have thought was psychological warfare turned deadly serious when Crittenton pulled out a loaded, cocked firearm and pointed it at Arenas, saying, "I've got one right here." Teammates dove for cover as the locker room turned into a terrifying standoff. Caron Butler, who was present, later compared the scene to street-level gun violence from his youth in Racine, Wisconsin. The fallout was immediate and severe. NBA Commissioner David Stern, already working to rebuild the league's image post-malice at the Palace, suspended both players for the remainder of the season. Arenas lost roughly $7.5 million, while Crittenton forfeited about $670,000 in salary. But the legal consequences were even harsher. Arenas pled guilty to felony gun charges and received 2 years of probation, 30 days in a halfway house, 400 hours of community service, and a $5,000 fine. Crittenton pled guilty to a misdemeanor gun charge and received 1 year of unsupervised probation. That incident changed the course of both men's careers forever and remains one of the darkest chapters in NBA history. And finally, a more recent example of in-team tension happened between Clippers teammates Mason Plumlee and Bones Hyland. The date was April 9, 2023, and the Los Angeles Clippers were in a must-win scenario against the Phoenix Suns. With playoff seeding on the line, every play mattered. As the team trailed 86-82 going into the fourth quarter, the pressure was sky-high. It was during this timeout, in the heat of the moment, that things exploded. Plumlee and Hyland got into a heated exchange on the bench over a defensive lapse that occurred late in the third quarter. The cameras caught Plumlee visibly frustrated, and though the altercation didn't turn physical, the tension between the two was undeniable. It reflected just how high the stakes had become and how quickly frustration can boil over even among teammates with the same goal. These moments serve as a reminder that while basketball is a team sport, the individuals behind the jerseys are human, flawed, passionate, and sometimes pushed to the brink. Whether it's pride, pressure, or personality clashes, the NBA has seen its fair share of internal explosions. And while some of these conflicts end with apologies and growth, others leave scars that never fully heal.